businesses up and running.
Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Build Your Own Business Morning Show, the weekend edition. And like Vicky just said, guys, it's time for us to get our businesses up and running. If you've not already put your application in for the Global Funding Initiative, we're going to be reviewing applications very soon. You need to go to bit.ly/global funding 2020. If you need help if you need financial assistance, getting the help you need to build your business correctly. So let's talk about what does correctly mean. Not only do you need the advice, you also need the technology, the automation, and the strategy, right? To get this thing done right. So you're not just out there building a business, you're building a profitable business. And that, my friends, is the definition of a real business and how your business is going to be able to sustain the test of time. And, I'm always amazed, and I'm going to kick it over to my co host to talk about it, but I'm always amazed at how women don't feel that they need help to do something they've never done before. If you've never started a business before, now I do get the world do make us do a lot. We're responsible for a lot. We shoulder a lot. But when it comes to doing something you've never done, the worst thing you can do is try to muscle through it yourself. And that's what we do. That's exactly what we do. So give yourself a break and understand that not only do you need financial support, you need strategy, technology, automation. You need a mindset shift. There's so many things that you need, but you have to be able to be willing to start somewhere. And that's what the Global Funding Startup Initiative is. It is some partial financial support that you need to get up and running now. Keep telling yourself that I'm saving money. Keep telling yourself I'm going to start tomorrow. Keep telling yourself it's going to happen when I get this raise. And unfortunately, it's never going to happen because it's always going to be something. It's always going to be something. So bit.ly/global funding 2020 to get your name in the hat. So you can start to build your business now before we have to say, I told you so again. Who wants to comment on that?
Well, good morning, everybody. It's Sunday. Look, stop trying to do everything yourself by yourself. It's going to wear you out. It's going to wear you down. It's going to discourage you. It's going to make you step in a hole. It's going to make you bump your head. And it's going to make you stub your toe. And there's nothing worse than stubbing that daggone toe. So, y'all know my mantra. Sharing is caring. Share the broadcast. And get your business on track to start the right way by going to bit.ly/global funding 2020. Oh, and by the way, my name is Rose Fauntleroy. Glad to see you all this morning. It's sunny and bright, and I'm going to pass it off to my co-host.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kayshawn Brooks. Just like Rose and Coach has said this morning, it's time to stop missing opportunities. We have had basically 6 to 8 weeks, some of us, to do anything we wanted to do. If you wanted to learn something, to do something yourself in your business, you've had the time to do it. You still have some time to do it. But if you don't want to do it yourself, you need to be going to bit.ly/global funding 2020 to find out how to get the resources so that you can automate your business, so that you can just pay someone to do it so you don't have to figure it out. These are the times to get the ball rolling. The snowball has already been rolling down the hill, and it's getting bigger by the minute, by the day, by the week. And the longer you wait, the further you're going to be struggling even more. to get caught back up. And we already behind. We already playing catch up. When are we going to wake up and say, I'm running this race with everyone else? I am no longer going to play catch up, falling behind. No, I'm done with it. I'm going to get assistance and I'm going to get help.
Mhm.
That's good, Keisha.
Thank you.
And I just say good morning, everybody. I am Vicki Kirk May, better known as the Educator's Passion Accelerator. And as everyone was talking, the only thing that kept going through my mind is that, number one, the time is now. The time is now. And no, you may not have all your ducks in a row, but think about it. Have you really ever seen ducks in a row? I mean, think about it. Have you ever seen ducks in a row?
Rare.
It doesn't always happen like that.
Rare.
I heard someone once say that the answer to this clarity is action. Take action. You don't have all the pieces to the puzzle. That's okay. You don't understand. That's okay. Put ego aside, put pride aside, put confusion, doubt, not enough faith, all of that, put all of that aside and just make a decision that you're going to take advantage of this opportunity. Just, go to bit.ly/global funding 2020. Let that be your first step. And then allow others to support you further. But no one can do anything until you go to bit.ly/global funding 2020. Let somebody know that this is your heart's desire, but you don't have it all figured out, so that they can see how to support you in this. But this is not the time to stand still. This is not the time to say, oh, if I had. You do have. You're just not accepting what it is that you have. But you have everything that you need right now. And that is the ability to make a decision to go to click on that link.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Cynthia R. Armstead, and I always piggyback home, Vicki. Thank you, Vicki, for that. In this community, we call making a decision simply getting mad. That's how you make a decision. You're fed up, you're tired, and you just get mad. And of course, as our coach would say, that mad got to have some movement to it. So, because it does to just get mad without any movement. So you got to get mad, making that decision, make a decision, and add some movement to it. And sometimes you have to follow that leader, because we can't always be the smartest one in the room. And if you are, you're in the wrong room trying to change,
right?
Amen.
Lanes. So get over here into this room where you can follow the leader. And as we like to say, you can be a copycat, because you can copy the right cat and stop going down the wrong path, so that you can have more success. There is money in the land. Leave no stone uncovered. Now is the time. The world is showing us that change is inevitable. Don't get comfortable in that old spot, in that old space, because as soon as you get comfortable, it's going to change. There's a book that's called Who Moved My Cheese? And it's a simple read. It's an easy read. If you haven't read it, you need to go out and get that book and read it today, because it will just show you the story of two little mice.
I think we lost you. You froze for a second, Dr. Cynthia. But everyone, as Dr. Cynthia and everyone has saying, the time is now, and not to even put out like a sense of fear, because a lot of people put that out, or put that sense of fear that you're going to get left behind. And yes, that's one aspect of looking at everything, but you should be tired of being in the same spot, being in the same condition, repeating the same thing week after week, month after month, year after year. You should want and have the desire to make a difference. It's been 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and we're still saying the same thing, the same. We should want better for ourselves. I mean, just look back at yesterday, last year, the last decade, the last 2 decades. If your life, if your business is not where you envisioned for it to be, where you want it to grow, you got to do something different than what you've been doing. I know I'm doing something different for the first time in I've been working for 27 years, you know, and so now I'm doing something different in my business. I'm tired of not being where I want to be, where I know I should be. I'm tired of that. I'm not listening to the people that's not going in the direction that I want to go in. And that's where that leadership and that coaching and where you follow that leader, like Dr. Vicky said, if you the smartest person in the room, something is wrong, and I used to have that messed up mindset when I was younger, in my, teenage years, early 20s, where that was my agenda to always be the smartest and brightest in the room until, I got some real knowledge, some real game, and was like, no, that's not the goal to be the smartest in the room. The goal is to be in the room with the smartest persons. That way, I'm always evolving. I'm always elevating to the next level.
That's good. That's good, Kayshawn. And you all know my mantra. You only get what you ask for. And I think sometimes as women, we are afraid to say that we need assistance. We're afraid to ask for help. But don't get it twisted, everyone who's watching. Every one of us sitting here on this panel today, we had to ask. We are not just sitting here preaching to you all or talking to you all from something that we have not experienced. We have experienced this. That's why we can sit here and talk about these things. We had to ask. We had to get to a point where we realized I can't do this alone. I can't take this business any further without some help, without wise counsel. And that's what we did. We reached out, we searched. I shouldn't say we. I'm going to say me because folks said, don't lump me in with you. So I'll just say me. I searched far and wide and found the coach that fit the needs that I had in this season. Now, I've coached with several people because there are different things that you need at different points in your business. But in order to get to that, point and to get to the different stages, the different levels, and especially in the beginning, you have to find wise counsel. And especially someone who has taken the steps that you want to take, has taken the steps that you may not even know you need to take.
Yeah.
And move you forward. So, one of the biggest things that hinders a business is funding, it's the money. Now, we've all bootstrapped at some point. We've used our jobs as our investors, and it's nothing wrong with that. That's what it's for.
Right.
Is to pay those bills and to be an investor into your future when you are no longer there. It has to be strategic how you do that. So you get the funding that you need to move you forward and to move you from a spot that you may not want to be in, because you may want to keep your job. Nothing wrong with that either. But to move yourself forward, you can go to bit.ly/global funding 2020. You can speak to someone who can listen to what you have to say and give you and assure you of some of the steps you need to take along different avenues. Yeah, when you decide to take those steps, it's going to cost you something. Anything that you want to do in life costs something. It may not be monetarily, it could be time, it could be physical, it could be a lot of, it could be mental, but it's going to cost you regardless. Because if you do nothing, that's costing you too.
Mhm.
And not only that, it's really a measure of how bad do you want things.
Absolutely, coach.
And anything worth having is worth sacrificing for. If you didn't sacrifice something for it, it wouldn't be worth having it. And that's how you're going to treat it. Thing I learned in buying my children cars. My first car was beat up, scratched up, toe up, but I treated that thing like it was a Rolls Royce. You understand what I'm saying?
Understand what I'm saying?
They didn't have to do what they had to do to get their cars. And so their cars looked like, one of my baby cars looked like it been through Beirut. Every time I see that car, it's another blemish, another mark.
Another
I
dent.
had it in the shop 2-3 times. Like literally, that's been her birthday gift for the last couple of years, just getting her car fixed.
Wow.
And every time I see it, it still looks worse for wear. And I reflect on the fact that because she didn't have to sacrifice,
She had any skin in the game.
she didn't have to give up anything. And that's what this global funding initiative is. And I'll tell y'all what too. I don't know who all is watching this morning, but I have an even bigger initiative coming up. And I can promise you, the people that put their name in the hat for this one are going to be the first to be recipients because I believe in skin in the game. And at the end of the day, people that really want it are going to come out on top. And the people that have sat around and waited and let me see what's going to happen with everybody else and let me see what that looks like, those are going to be the ones that get left behind. So don't sit back. If you got a business that's not generating enough revenue for you to leave your job, for you to build generational wealth, for you to create a legacy, then you need to do something. You need to do something. And bit.ly/global funding 2020, get your name in the hat. If you're okay right now, this is the perfect time to be moving. Because the next time something jumps off, you may not be okay.
Being okay in the moment.
If you made it through this okay, it ain't over.
It's not over.
It's not over. It's just beginning. It's just beginning.
And they saying the death toll continues to climb. See, but you see now they not reporting on COVID like they was reporting on COVID. Y'all, if you made it through this okay, then really take this opportunity to reassess what's going on with you.
Yes.
Say to yourself, this is what I'm going to do for me and my family so that we don't come this way again. I know that's what I'm doing. I'm going to invest differently. I'm going to live differently. They won't, the old stock market won't catch me sleep again.
What? Say so.
Yeah.
It will not.
And that was just a wake-up call for me because I could be some of the ones that have gone on to glory. And I honestly thought about the condition that I was leaving my family in. And it was such an awakening that as much as I've done, that I have not done enough.
For you.
And I just have not done enough.
For you, you've not done enough for you. You've not done enough for your family.
Mm-hmm.
You've done for that job and you've done for your friends. And
yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's, and I had to ask myself these questions that over the past maybe 10 years when I when I'm doing self-reflection, I ask myself, what do I want? How bad do I want it? You know, is the thing that I want the thing God wants from me?
That's
And
it.
am I willing to proclaim it before I hold it in my hand? If I can't answer those 4 questions honestly, then I need to really, I need to have some more conversation somewhere. That's when I definitely need to get that support. And we have, I feel like if Jesus had to have some support to get done what he needed to do to get done, then what makes us think that we're supposed to be in this thing by ourselves? And what I love about this initiative is, I don't know about you all, I'm an educator, and I'm an educator in a Title I district, and we don't have much. And so my salary is not like maybe in California or New York or whatever, my salary is not that great. And so I had to use my personal money to fund my business. That only feels good for a little while.
Who you telling?
I'm gonna tell you that only feel, and then don't be married and your husband go looking at you side-eyed. He wants to support you, but he keeps seeing this money going out this account. But here you have an opportunity to get some financial support. What are you waiting on? I mean, it's a no-brainer. The word of God says, I think it's Isaiah 16:9 says, if ye be willing and obedient, you can eat the good of the land. You want to eat the good of the land, but you don't want to be willing and you don't want to be obedient. Somebody's out there, God has told you that you need to start your business. That God has told you that you need to, connect with Coach, and you just sitting back waiting, like, it's just like, the Holy Spirit is not going to make you do anything.
Girl, waiting on confirmation. That's what they be saying.
And it may not ever come, not the way that you want it.
So confirmation is you woke up.
What? Go ahead, Kayshawn.
You woke up, let's get it.
That's it. That's the toughest part of the day. You made it through that, you can make it through anything.
Dr. Cynthia, you were putting it down so good. The internet wanted to knock you off. I was like, she's putting it down, and the internet says the internet's not gonna let you be great. I was like, oh my God.
I told you. I knew it was gonna get started this morning.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I mean, at some point though, guys, we got to make a commitment to ourselves that we're going to stop living how we live it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where that next level comes from. Until you make that commitment, you can talk about it, you can discuss it, you can show up like it's true. But until you make that commitment with yourself that I got to do something about my lifestyle, understanding there's people out there living better, doing better, not more. They're not working harder. Understand me? They're not working harder. They're just working smarter, and they're working. They're using the strategy they get put in their hand instead of passing over that strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about that strategy.
And you know what, Coach, you said about passing on that strategy. I've just learned a couple of years ago that, it's about being in the right community and on the right team, because everybody don't want to see you win, or they want to see you win as long as they're winning more than you. If they can use you in some type of way, and, that's hurtful, so it was different for me to be around this community where everybody want to see everybody win, no matter what. Coach does not want us to be left behind. I have someone that's close to me that's a multi-millionaire. and withheld a lot of secrets from me. Well, just not secrets, but information on how they got their wealth. You know, they told me 20 years later. And it's like, man, you got me behind. I could have caught up. Why you didn't tell me ahead of time? And that's something that I admire about my coach, that as she find out information, she is sharing that information with us. She's not holding it out. She know that some of us are trying to take our business to the next level. We didn't bootstrap it, try to do it yourself, our business as much as possible, and we cannot move to the level we are destined to without that proper investment. And that is why you need to be logging into bit.ly/global funding 2020 so you can find out all those different resources for your business. You know, my son, because of when I was working 4 jobs, he doesn't qualify for financial aid. So I have to pay for everything. And don't ask me with no job, with my little business, how I'm doing it, because it ain't nothing but God. I can't even explain it. But even within his little circle, the kids are communicating with one another and saying, you know, hey, the school, the financial aids, all the schools got so many billions of dollars for financial aid for the students, but if you don't ask for this specific title, they won't tell you. But if you ask, then they share that information.
And all the schools, FYI, for anybody that's listening, my baby called me and my baby is not on financial aid. This money has nothing to do with financial aid.
Nothing.
This money says if you were impacted. So she's like, well, Mom, how was I impacted? I said, well, boo-ba-doo, we had to buy you a new laptop because your Apple crashed on you and you're not going to class no more. So you got to have a computer to work from home. She said, you right, Mama, you right. How else was I impacted? I said, well, let's use your, you know, I buy her a little,
Write a list.
I buy her a little card to eat at the cafeteria so she can just swipe her card and have money. But since you're not going to school, now I gotta buy you more groceries. You sure right, Mom, we eating at home more.
Right.
What, how else was I impacted, Mom? Because she don't know the impacts, because the impacts come out of my wallet.
Right.
Right.
You gotta ask me,
Right.
how was I impacted? I say, well, you know, we had to get you a little piece of printer because she had a printer and then stopped working, and she would stop by the campus and do stuff. So I said, you know, we had to buy you another little new piece of printer. You sure right, Mom. You sure right, Mom. She got her application in the day they announced the money. I said, boy, you sure is your mama's child. But a lot of people did not know that they was giving away, and each school was allotted billions of dollars. And they have to give it away. I said, you ain't been able to go to your work. You know, me and her had a falling out. She still wanted to go to work. She working at a daycare. I said, I'll tell you what. She's like, Mom, you know, I really like my job. I think I'm going to be okay. I'm just going to keep going to work. I said, I'll tell you what, since you're so independent and you got this, go and keep going to work. And while you're there, make sure you get enough to pay your tuition. Make sure you get enough for Mom. Girl, did I say don't go? And I don't say much. For as much as I do, I let them operate independently. But if I say don't go, don't go.
Right.
Like, but Mom, I need to earn my money now because I'm already gonna take off work from August to December. Well, shit, if I gotta pay your bills from August to damn December, what the hell? I might as well go and start. Would you gonna save me a couple of months? Girl, shut up. And go
Gotta
let
listen to her angel investor.
Right. Yeah.
How was she impacted? Her angel investor was impacted. That's how she was impacted.
Absolutely.
Girl, yeah. I said, girl, you get that man.
Primary source of income. Her total source of income was impacted. That's how she was impacted.
I didn't even think about that.
Yes.
I didn't.
You're the funding source. Her funding source was
You're the
impacted.
lender.
You're the angel investor.
Let me tell you, it's something to be said for having acorns, y'all. You know, squirrels.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you don't, I let me tell y'all something. At one point, I had no less than like 14 banks, and every bank had an acorn.
Mm.
And when I had an emergency, girl, at one point, I had put $15,000 in the bank, forgot it was over there, and it wasn't until I got my what's it called?
Statement.
No, from the bank, and the tax.
Tax form. Some tax.
Oh, your 1099? No, they don't give you 1099. Your statement, your interest statement.
Yeah.
It is called a 1099, I think, or something, 10 something B something. But it wasn't until I got my interest statement for the year. I said, how the hell I earned so much interest over there? And call over there and really, girl, if you don't hide money from yourself, you will spend it.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that we've been doing generational. Our mothers used to hide money, put a little piece here in the can,
Maybe
put a
in
little
the
piece
can,
here.
in the bra, in the socks, in the underwear drawer,
Yep.
in the
Mhm.
backyard. Come on now.
For the rainy day. For the rainy day. Because you know, sun's not always gonna shine. Hey coach, you know what? I want to interrupt something for just a second. You know, we were talking about our marketing system royalty and all of that yesterday.
Mhm.
Just got a text message shoot across my phone that says your social media posts are ready.
I,
What?
d-
What?
I think I,
I
I think
got
I got
two.
the same one.
Your social media posts are ready.
I got it.
See, that's what global funding will help you do. Will help you with. Global funding is not just a pile of money that you sit there and play around with. It helps you with your personal development, helps you with your coaching, with your classes, helps you with your technology. This is a technology form that we have, that we can get our social media posts done, landing pages done, blog done, email our leads in three to five clicks in about 15 to 20 minutes a day. That's what global funding will do for you. Go to bit.ly/global funding 2020 so that you can invest in someone else can assist you in investing in yourself so that you won't have to work so hard on the other side.
Right.
On the other side. I mean, I just got that just shot across my screen, your social media. And I set everything up on the front end initially so everything can work automatically on the back end with little input from me. That frees my time up to be able to get on the phone and talk to clients, to be able to push out things, heck, to be able to take a nap. You all know how good a nap is during the day? That's what global funding will do for you.
Yeah.
And you have not because you ask not. You have
Yeah.
to ask for what you want.
You know what? Global funding will break the cycle of poverty.
Say it.
I mean, that's what global fund. You don't have to stay stuck. And break it now. See, I thought for me and my family, I always put, I guess, the responsibility, so to speak, on my brother because he was the first one to start, the family business and get things going and all of that. And so, we just say, oh, he's the chosen one. He's gonna be the one to do this. And then God said, no, you're the chosen one. You're the chosen one. And and with that does come a lot of responsibility. But who's to say just because your great grandmama and your grandmama and your mother, live in poverty, why you think you have to do it?
That's right.
You do not have to do it. God has given us the ability to create wealth. We have all of these. We have ancestors that have showed us how to make money. They didn't get the acknowledgments or the financial you know, whatever, you know, because of their great ideas. But we can. We sitting on so many multi-million-dollar ideas.
But you can't just sit on them. They're not eggs. You gotta make them heads, baby. Guys, we're gonna get out of here this morning.
Woo!
But thank you for stopping by. bit.ly/globalfunding2020. Get your name in the hat. Start to create your own
Yes.
stimulus. Stop sitting around waiting on somebody to bless you, waiting on somebody to save you and your family. The cavalry is not coming. The cavalry cannot save everybody. It's time for you to be on the move. All right, guys, have a great morning.
Bye-bye.
Y'all have a great week.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.